A friend had asked to do a little demonstration of how you turn a knit t-shirt into string for yourself. And so I'm going to do that. I have bought a little, this is a child-sized t-shirt, but I think I'll be able to get quite a lot out of it. And I got these instructions off of an Instructables link, and I'll put that in the comments because got to give the credit where credit's due. Essentially, you're going to fold your t-shirt in half, but not all the way. You see how there's a little bit, I'm leaving like an inch. You could go a little more than that. So inch, okay. Actually, I'm going to fold it the other way because I'll be cutting in the other direction toward you. Okay, so you're going to leave this overlap amount, or rather non-overlapped amount. When I did this before, I cut strips every inch and a half, and that made kind of a thick, hardy string, which you can see, easy to get around. I might go a little smaller to see if I can make it just a little bit more delicate. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off the hems, the bottom hem of the t-shirt. I'm using my trusty Ginker scissors here. Okay, so this is gone. You could probably do something with that, but maybe not. Okay, so also I have the benefit of working on a nice cutting board or a cutting mat, which has lines. So I'm going to line up my bottom hem with one of the lines. I'm going to start cutting. I'm going to stick with my every inch and a half just because I know that's worked for me. So I'm going to cut every inch and a half, and I'm going to stop before I cut all the way through. So don't go, cut past this edge, but not to the end of that. So let me scoot back here to my marks. So cut through the last one and leave. Don't cut all the way because you'll just have a tube. I'm going to continue doing this. I'll pause and then come back when it's all cut. So you cut all the way up until you reach the arm side, aka the armpit. And this is what you end up with. So this reminds me a whole lot of when my mother makes dumplings, if anybody has had that experience. Okay, so now you've cut everything. Can you see this? Okay, so I stopped. Ooh, mess. There are the cuts. And also you want to make them as nice, you make your t-shirt nice and flat so you have nice straight lines in all of your cuts. So now that we're here, I'm going to take the shirt. I'm grabbing the end that's not cut. Okay, and you see these fall out. So take your hand and slip it up the little channel that is not cut, because this is where it really comes into play. And you'll see why you didn't cut all the way through. Okay, so now you have this length of material, but you want to make a continuous thing. So what we're going to do, I got to think before I'm talking here. I'm going to make a diagonal cut from my bottom hem to one of the first lines. Okay, so it was here, it was a complete stripe thing, and I cut a diagonal line across. So this begins my continuous strip. Now I'm going to put my arm back up in here, and the thing is, you repeat that same angle. Now for me, I went this way. You could have gone that way, but I'm going to repeat that. So you go to from opening, make sure everything is laid out. So opening to opening on the diagonal. If you do it just straight across, you're just going to have tubes, and that will frustrate you when you could have it so much better with having a continuous strip. So here we go. Oops. Diagonal, diagonal. Ooh, cut that one a little too far. Diagonal, diagonal. Diagonal to diagonal. We are almost there. Okay, so now that I'm at the end, I'm at where the arm side begins. I'm just going to cut that off. Okay, you're left with this top part, and I haven't worked out how to work with this, but it'll be useful. Okay, so now you've got nothing but continuous length of string, and quite a lot of it. This was a child-sized t-shirt. And I'm really happy. So then the next thing you see how it's already kind of like tube curled up? Start pulling it to its maximum stretch. Pull it in both directions as the Instructables advised. I would advise the same thing. And just keep going. Keep going, keep going. And it makes a pretty good, strong, and I think comfortable and easy to work with tie material. Okay. Make a little dance out of it. Okay. Okay, so here we are at the end of the string. How many feet do we have? I'm going to say 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 35 feet. 35 feet of good material for $1. Yes. Okay. There it is. Hopefully this makes sense once I watch it again.